Hi again, welcome back. It's Wednesday, so it's hump day. Hope everybody's getting over it. And you guys are on the tail end of the week starting tomorrow. Again, proud of you guys. My daughter Taylor, one of the second grade twins, is with me today, and she's going to help me she's going to help make some decisions for the book that we're going to read today. That gives you a little clue about what's coming up. As you can see, we're in our jerseys. Taylor's got her Yankee shirt on. I'm wearing my Mickey Mantle rookie year jersey, 1951. My dad was a huge Mickey Mantle fan growing up, and he got me into Mickey Mantle, so I was able to go out and get one of his jerseys. And I just hope there's some baseball at some point this year. You guys know I love reading you the You Choose books, where you get to pick your own paths, you get to choose your own, make your own decisions, and then you can go back and read them. And one of the things I love about that is that it puts you in the book and it makes you experience what is taking place. So Taylor's going to make some of the decisions today, and we're going to read, Could You Escape a Deserted Island? You are about to go on the adventure of a lifetime. The ocean is calling, and you've decided to answer. Will you sail the North Atlantic and see rocky cliffs and icy glaciers? Will you explore the Pacific Ocean and play in the warm sun and gentle waves? Or is a trip to the great land of Down Under in your future? But don't get too excited. You're about to be grounded on an island that only you can escape. Every decision you make can lead towards success or crushing failure. Make the right choice and survive. Make one wrong choice and it could mean devastation. You choose how your adventure ends. Pick wisely. Chapter 1, Setting Off on an Adventure. You have always wanted to travel overseas, and now you get that chance. You have been invited to go on a once-in-a-lifetime nature adventure. It's a great opportunity to view some of the world's most remote and exotic places and observe wild animals in their natural habitats. What an exciting opportunity. But before you start packing for your excursion, you need to choose a destination. There are countless places around the globe to explore. What interests you? Where will you go? What will you see? There are so many choices. You could sail the Atlantic, Northern Europe, with its countries, with its countless fjords and many cultures, and it's just on the other side of the ocean. You would be able to see and explore places you've only read about in textbooks. You could go island hopping in the Caribbean and visit sea turtle nesting grounds and enjoy warm, sandy beaches. The Pacific has many exciting possibilities. Cruising the northern parts of the ocean to see glaciers and go whale watching would be an amazing experience. You'd be like an explorer out of a history book, breaking through the ice for the first time. But Southeastern Asia has numerous islands overflowing with different cultures. It's also home to some of the rarest animals on Earth. The Great Barrier Reef and Mara Moana are two of the largest wildlife sanctuaries in the world. Both destinations are near Australia and can be reached by either boat or seaplane. Either place would be an adventure just getting there. Which of the following adventures will you choose? Okay, Taylor. So we get to either pick to sail across the Atlantic, we can cruise the Pacific on a passenger ship, or we can fly to an Australian destination. What's your pick? Want to announce it?
To fly to an Australian destination.
So Taylor's taking us to an Australian destination. Okay, and here we go.
I would like to go there.
A flight down under. Spring break is coming up. You're looking forward to lounging around and hanging out with friends. But then your grandparents surprise you with a trip of a lifetime. Australia? Really, you ask? Amazed. You've been dreaming of seeing the ocean for years, and now you'll be visiting one of the most beautiful destinations in the world. You struggle to contain your excitement. Finally, the day arrives. Your grandparents pick you up and take you to the airport. You've got a long flight to Sydney, Australia. Then you travel north, up the continent's eastern coast, to Brisbane. On the way, Grandma says, before visiting the Great Barrier Reef, we thought flying over to Mara Moana. Mara Moana is one of the newest marine parks in the world. It was established in 2017, and not a lot of people know about it yet. It sounds like a nice, low-key way to start vacation. The following day, you hop on a small plane. You fly east over the Coral Sea and toward the Cook Islands. High over the ocean, you feel a sharp jerk. An engine on the plane has stalled. The pilot announces that he will have to make a crash landing. Where are we going to land? You wonder. all you see is blue. What happens next is chaotic. Grandma grabs a life vest from under your seat. Grandpa helps you put it on. They assure you everything will be okay, but you're not sure you believe them. You hunch over in your seat, waiting for the plane's impact with the water. You see stars upon impact. You hear a loud screeching sound, and there's water everywhere. Everyone is screaming for others, and then everything goes blank. When you wake up, you find that you're still in your seat. Your grandma is helping your grandpa out of his. There's a man across the aisle who's still buckled into his seat, so you unhook yourself and then go to help him. He's groggy and limps heavily. You climb out of the plane. You are in the back half. The plane's tail is still sitting in the water. A chunk of the plane's side is about 100 feet away and partially sunk into the sandy beach. What happened to the rest of it? You ask, looking around. I think it's sunk, said the man. You peer out toward the ocean, hoping to see the plane's rounded nose, but all you see is blue water stretching flat for miles and miles. There's nothing to see but ocean. You have crash landed somewhere in the Pacific. Later, you will take time to think about the other passengers, but for now, you need to think about yourself and the people who are with you. What can you do to ensure your survival? Okay, so you have a choice here. You can either gather all of your supplies that you can find, or you can use the plane as a shelter. What would you like to do? Okay, so we're gonna go.
To gather all of the supplies you can find.
So we're gonna gather up as many supplies as we can find. While Grandma tends to the injured men, you decide to gather supplies. You grab everything you can find, from bottles of water to seat cushions. You even find a lighter. By that afternoon, you have a pile of items stacked up high on the beach. You head back into the plane for one last sweep. You set foot onto the plane and realize you were smart to take out as much stuff as you could. The tide is coming in, and your weight is enough to make the plane's body gently shift back and forth. By the time you finish your last inspection, water's starting to fill in. You hop out before your feet get too wet. Looking at the pile of supplies, you know that you have enough food and water for only a few days. That doesn't give you long. You hope that the pilot was able to radio for help before the crash. We should get settled before nightfall, Grandpa says. I want to find out where we are, the man you rescued adds. Okay, so now we have a choice. We can either stay put where we are on the edge of that beach, or we can go out exploring the island.
Stay put.
Okay, Taylor says we're going to stay put. The back half of the plane is partially submerged in water. It's useless for shelter, but if a rescuer saw it, they would definitely come to investigate. You and Grandma help the injured men to the edge of the forest. At least there they'll have some shade from the sun. While you're making sure they're comfortable, something catches your eye. It's a large, shiny piece of the plane floating in the waves. Maybe we can use it to signal for help, you exclaim. Before Grandma can stop you, you're in the water. You swim hard, avoiding debris and other things floating. You don't want to think about those things. Finally, you reach the piece of the plane. It's about the size of a kickboard. You grab hold and then take a moment to rest. Suddenly, something bumps into you. The metal from the plane cuts your palm, and then something brushes your leg. That's when a huge fin breaks out from the surface of the water. You panic and swim to the shore as fast as you can. The plane did make a perfect signal. Hopefully someone would see it for help. But you know you cannot go back into that water again. You're lucky you made it back to shore. So, as you see, a lot of these stories have their different endings, and some of it depends on if you think, the decision you make. Sometimes you think you're making the right decision, sometimes you're not. We know we can't go back into those waters. The little boy was lucky that what? He made it away from a shark. So I love these you chooses because, like I said, they put you in the story. You guys can read them over and over again by picking different paths. We'll get back to probably a picture book tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday, and we'll see you soon, McGinn. Miss you.